Welcome back, gamers. This is SKS with Let's Play Alter Ego. I thought I would show off my beautiful page. The page that you all should visit daily. Because you can see this beautiful mug right here. Oh my. God was really putting a lot of work into him when he did it. But I was noticing I have a lot of crap up here right now. Not as much as some of the veterans out there, but I think I'm doing okay. Checking this down here. I'm up to 193 in subscribers. That's pretty good. Upload views 58,000. Most of them come from that one kid stuck in the crane, but that's okay. We're doing alright. I have updated this page some to show what I'm working on right now. Prisoners of War, Harvest Moon, this one, and I've also put my next two LPs on here. So I call dibs, all the internet peoples. Robin Hood on the Nintendo Entertainment System or the NES, and Civil War Generals 2 on the PC. Just thought I would say that. Anyway, let's play Alter Ego. The last time we left off, I was a teacher. Who would have thought? I am married to Kathy. I have one child, Vincent. My familia is 91. My intellectual is 100, because I'm really smart. Physical is 65. Social is 98. Vocational is 100, because I'm awesome with using my hands. Calmness 75, confidence 89, expressiveness 81, gentleness 64, happiness. Try to tell a French person to say that. Happiness. Ha ha ha. Anyway, is 98. Thoughtfulness 90. Trustworthiness 74. I have $16,000. Income per turn 16,000, and I spend 3,000. We have lots of stuff like a college degree and a 2-bedroom cape. Blah 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 blah. So, somebody said on the last time I talked or something that you're supposed to start at the top and go down on the browser version. So, I didn't know. But, we'll see. So, let's just start up here and see what happens. Warning! This episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature. Yes, I'm getting old, but we still have this. A longtime friend and confidant tells you that he is having an unusual sexual problem with his wife. She's a whore. No, it doesn't say that. It seems that he can no longer get or maintain an erection like he used to. Um, uh, uh, like, if one of my friends really come up to me and said this, I really don't know how I'd react. But as a man out there, I'm going to be sympathetic because that can happen to anybody. And we can tell him to see a doctor, tell him not to worry about it. Yeah, you can't do your wife anymore, don't worry about it. Or tell him that's life. Talk about being an ass. Sorry you can't get your dick up, that's life, buddy. No, I'm going to tell him to go see a doctor. That way he can get Viagra and he can go hit the poop chute if he wants to. Alright, he returns to tell you that the doctor told him that his problems might have been caused by the high blood pressure medication he's been taking. He feels relieved. Now there is only one small difficulty. You notice that you are having the same type of... What?! No! No, 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 no. I'm having the same type of problem. What will I do? Get anxious? See a doctor? Ignore it. Well, I'm going to go see a doctor, obviously, and see what he says. The doctor gives you a checkup and tells you that there's nothing wrong with your system. Anxiety can certainly affect sexual functioning. Perhaps when your friend told you that he was having difficulties, it made you so anxious that you developed some of your own. Damn men and our dicks. Jeez. Let's do something with the child. Let's have a family experience. You've just been told by an angry parent that Vincent demonstrated disappointment at her child's refusal to share his toys by biting this child in the leg. Reprimand your child for biting, or tell the woman that it probably served her child right. I would like to be an asshole, but let's not. So let's see. Let's reprimand our child. You don't bite. Beat my kid. Even if the other child might have had it coming, biting is not a very sociable, acceptable way of expressing displeasure. You're a parent who is obviously concerned with communicating the social graces to your children. Of course I am. I don't want my kid going around biting. Save that for the bedroom when you get older. Let's have a heart thing. While you're thinking about your life in the future, you come to the startling realization. The average life expectancy for men is only about 20 years past your current age. What? So I'm 50 already? Well, that kind of sucks. You can be anxious, terrified, depressed, calm. Well, 20 years is a long time. And if you go to church and you're saved or anything, you shouldn't really worry about it. So I'll stay calm and I'll ignore the thought. And I'm sure the game. That's a pretty good trick. You must be the type of person who can completely blot unpleasant thoughts from your mind. Psychologists call this denial. It used to be the thought that people who do this are unhealthy, but research is beginning to indicate that it can be healthy in some situations. It may indeed be healthy not to let yourself worry about things over which you have no control. Okay, let's do a physical. Lately, you have been feeling sharp twinges of pain, localized in the stomach. Oh, God. The pain arrives about an hour or two after eating, but disappears completely when you put something into your stomach. I was about to say, if they was going to have like a ruptured appendix or something, I've went through that in my real life. I don't need to go through alter ego. If you want to know what it feels like to have your appendix starting to rupture, picture yourself laying on your back and it feels like your belly button is molten lava and it's eating through your stomach and it's pushing right up against your spine, getting ready to snap it in half. Yeah, it was that bad. Um, Panic, concern, calm. I'm going to be concerned that I have a problem and I'm going to go to the doctor. Your concern is justified. The doctor tells you that you have developed an ulcer. Right now, the ulcer can be treated with some antacids and other medications, by rest and relaxation, and by avoiding stressful situations whenever possible. Will you take the doctor's advice? Yes or no? Well, yes, I want to live. Good. Eventually, you recover. Awesome. Hooray! Let's have another family experience. At a large picnic, you and Vincent are asked if you want to join a three-legged race. Well, he must be really big this time, so yeah, let's join the race. Vincent says, I don't want to be in a dumb three-legged race. Beat that kid's ass. Fuck you, kid. Not really. Alright. Uh, let's go on a date and have an experience. I'm sorry, but you don't. I'm married and I don't have a relationship. Oh, that is great. Okay, have an experience with your wife. Wow. Late at night, when you're still awake and Kathy is sleeping, you watch her lying peacefully, a wide smile on her face. Select an action. Stroke her hair gently and whisper, I love you. Turn over and go to sleep yourself. I see an opportunity here, gamers. And SKS never misses an opportunity. So we're going to stroke her hair. Kathy looks up at you, glassy eyed and half awake. She puts her arm across your chest and squirms into the comfortable spot between your arm and shoulder. She whispers, I love you, Esteban. Then falls into a deep slumber. What the who's Esteban? Start screaming and wake her up now. That's stupid. Mention it to her in the morning. Say nothing. Let's mention it to her in the morning. Since you can control your hostility and frustration rather well, you nonchalantly ask Kathy if she remembers blurting out Esteban's name in her sleep last night. She says she doesn't remember anything like that and laughs it off as being silly. You mention that she was looking quite peaceful during her sleep, which sparks an association. Oh yeah, I do remember having a kind of kinky dream last night, she teases. Inquire about the dream, let it go. We've been married long enough. I think I can inquire, so let's ask. Kathy thinks you're being ridiculous. How can anyone remember that much detail about any dream? All she can remember is that Esteban had dark hair and a mustache. Before she can say anything else, she begins to giggle. I'm going to ask her what's so funny because she's starting to piss me off. Kathy says nothing, then begins to giggle hysterically. I'm going to keep asking. Well, if you really want to know, ha ha ha, he had a huge dick. She can't bring herself to say it. Wait, I said dick. I just went ahead and inserted that. Let's tell her to stop laughing and tell you. Oh, this ought to be good. A huge sombrero. Good night. Wow. 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 Esteban, the master of love. I will wear my sombrero as that is my protection. Ha ha. All right. As you advance vocationally, you must leave your owed responsibilities to various different people. On your next move forward, you are notified that a woman full of new ideas, techniques, and strategies is about to fill your owed position. She will not be placed without your approval. You interview her for the position, and she comments that while she feels you did a good job where you were, she plans on doing a better one. She sees your skills in the area that you are about to leave as limited and old-fashioned, due to no fault of your own. But times are changing, you know. Select a mood, angry or calm. I've had people say shit about me before, and especially being in the teaching profession, you hear it a lot. So I'm going to be calm. Let's recommend that someone else does the job because if she's going to be a total bitch to my face during an interview, she can go right into the back of the unemployment line. You're asked to give a reason for not hiring her. You could say, I just don't like her. She's too aggressive. She's about to ruin all my good work. She's messing with established success. Um, I think that is a little too aggressive, so we're going to say that. To the people around you, your behavior, though calm, suggests that you are reacting to her personally and not considering what someone with her energy could actually accomplish. You're asked to reconsider, but your decision will be final. What will you do? I do not hire her because she insulted me in front of everybody. Your decision is respected, but people wonder why you didn't give her a chance. Screw her. She's going to be that way. Let's have another experience with my wife. Kathy has decided that she would like to go back to college full time to enrich her life. I bet it's for a zoology degree. Chicks dig zoology. She claims to feel bored with her present life and craves change. Her going back would cause you to have more responsibilities. Shit, yeah, it would. I'm going to have to watch Vincent some more, and he won't even fucking race in a three-legged race with me. Bastard. You'd have to cook and clean up a bit more. You'd also have fewer resources because of college costs, transportation expenses, and any loss of income if Kathy stops working. What will you do? Well, I'm a teacher. I want people to better themselves, so tell her she should think about it, discourage her, encourage her. She's my wife. I'm going to encourage her. I would never tell somebody not to go to school, and that goes for you too, gamers. Always get as much school as possible. It's never too late. That was a very supportive of you. Over the course of her studies, you begin to see Kathy less and less. It seems that she has discovered a new life at school. There are newer, younger friends, both men and women, and lots of talk about things which either don't interest you or you don't understand. At this point, you can say that you're feeling a little neglected, say nothing because she seems happy, suggest you both take a course together. I'm just going to say I feel a little neglected. Let's be that way. Kathy can understand this because she has felt a little neglected more than a few times. She had to tolerate these feelings, and so must you. She has no plans of to quit what she is doing because she enjoys it. Oh, I wouldn't tell her to quit. I just was telling her that I feel left out a little. Let's just tolerate it and move on. It is a hard thing to accept, but eventually you realize how crucial college is to Kathy. As a matter of fact, she does quite well. Eventually she graduates. How do you feel? I am proud. That is very admirable of you. She is proud of herself as well. Now about graduate school. Oh, Jesus Christ. That wasn't a good. You know. I, come on, let's try with Vincent again. Maybe Vincent will do something good with me. Vincent has announced that all the kids at the school are going to a dance that requires a date. Will you let Vincent attend? Yeah, because Vincent's going to be just like me. He's going to go out and get fucked. Care to give any advice to the Vincent before the big night? Give advice about the birds and the bees, or do not give advice. I'm gonna give him advice because if you don't learn about the birds and the bees, you'll get a stinger right up your ass and it'll suck. Vincent is amused by your analogies and sincere attempts to offer useful advice. Don't you know Vincent learned all that in third grade sex education? Get with it. Oh, well, good for Vincent. He's such a smartass. I'm proud of him. What else? What else could I ask for without that? All right, let's have another experience with our wife. Your wife has become interested in photography. She just went to college. She doesn't need to be like all these other girls out here and take pictures. And has signed up for a photography class at the local high school. Jesus H. Christ. Her assignment for this week is candid photography. As a result of this, everything you do at home is accompanied by a familiar click, whir, click. What the fuck is that? Yesterday morning, she snapped you as you were rising and called the picture "Squirrel's Nest Surprise." Well, on our honeymoon, I gave her a squirrel's nest surprise too. I guess she owed me one back. One afternoon, while you were alone in the house sitting on the toilet, the telephone rings. Um, I'm adventurous. I'm gonna go pick up the phone. A representative from a famous women's magazine calls to congratulate you on your sense of humor and your desire to see your wife succeed. Squirrel's Nest Surprise was entered in a photo contest, and your wife has won first prize. Kathy gives you half of it for being such a good model. Aw, well, that's great. Would that have really mattered if I didn't get off the toilet and answer the phone? Let's do this. Vocation. You need to talk to someone about a finance related matter. The person with whom you are dealing has a reputation for being a stern, pragmatic, and very money conscious business type. A meeting between you and this person is suggested. The outcome of such a meeting can affect your vocational sphere tremendously because he is very influential. A little nervous, confident, very confident. I would be a little nervous going to talk to somebody like that. Suggest a meeting at your place of work, a lunch meeting, a breakfast meeting. I work at school and I've met with people like that before, like in my classroom. Yeah, let's meet at my work. Although he's stern and pragmatic, he would prefer a meeting in less formal surroundings. Okay, then fuck, let's do lunch. At lunch, the waiter asks if you like to order a drink. Order an alcoholic drink, order a non alcoholic drink, wait for him to order first. Fuck him, I'm gonna order a beer. Your history shows that you are not a regular alcohol abuser. Because of this, you are able to regulate your drinking so that it doesn't affect your judgment. Because your thoughtfulness, social judgment, is generally moderate to strong, the meeting goes well. The outcome is an increase in resources to the tune of $10,000. Wow. Sweet. It's what we like here. Let's have another experience with the wife. All right. While you're working, a friend calls to tell you that he has free tickets to a baseball game. Let's go watch some Cincinnati Reds. Box seat! Unfortunately, you have already made plans to take your wife out to a movie that she has been dying to see. What will you do? I would like to think that my wife would understand this and we would go to the game. Just because we don't go see a movie one night doesn't mean the movie's not going to be showing for another 2 weeks. Tell your wife that you're stuck at work, then go to the baseball game. Call your wife and discuss the situation. Don't go to the baseball game. I'm going to call my wife and discuss the situation. She is angry and will probably be even angrier if you don't come home and take her to the movies. Wow. Promise her dinner and movies if she says it's okay to go to the ball game. Go home and take her to the movies. This game is not being fair. I'm going to promise her dinner and movies. The issue is not really the movie. It's breaking a promise because you feel enjoying yourself is more important to Kathy's feelings. Eventually, she lets you off the hook so you can see the game, but she resents you for it. Well, fucking resent. Oh my god, this is ridiculous. Here, Vincent, let's have a family experience. Good lord. Vincent would like to go on an overnight ski trip with a group of other students at the high school. Fuck, he's in high school now? It will be supervised by high school teachers. I know how that goes. The cost of the ski trip is $350. Vincent doesn't have the money to pay for the trip, and you can tell by all the recent hard luck stories that Vincent is hoping for a cash infusion from you. Vincent has just assumed, we all know what assume does, it makes an ass out of you and me. There we go. That you would have no trouble granting permission to go on an overnight ski trip in the first place. What will you do? Tell Vincent not to worry about the money. You aren't granting permission to go. Tell Vincent that you are willing to negotiate a deal. Give Vincent the money and say, have a good time. My dad never just handed me money. There was always a deal, and I've turned out great. So I'm going to say, there's a deal. What are you willing to negotiate? Pay the trip in exchange for work. Pay the trip in exchange for being repaid. Family never gives you money back. This is just a crappy idea. I'm going to make his ass work while he's still my kid and still living under my house. Which one of these things would you say is worth $350? Washing your car for a full year, taking out the trash for a full year, keeping his room clean for a full year, painting the inside of your home. I'm going to make him paint. All of the above would be too much. He's going to paint the inside of our home. Talk about slave labor. Vincent decides it would be easier to stay home. Oh, grow some balls, kid. Okay, let's do one more wife event. Let's see if we can get Kathy back on our good side. You and Kathy have a good marriage up to this point. The local paper singles you out as couple of the year and sends you on a vacation cruise around the world. Bon voyage! Yay! I know it's bon voyage, but I like to put the G on the end. That was on some show. Well, sweet. Let's check everything out now and see how it's doing. 92, 100, 65, 84, 100. Happiness, 91. Hey, we're doing pretty good, gamers. pretty good. But I think I'm going to stop a break there on Let's Play Alter Ego. This has been SKS. Next time we'll go a little bit more down the tree and see if we go to the next stage of life. Hope you've enjoyed this, and I will see you later. Good night, gamers.